What's new, YouTube? C0L3 here, back with a brand new video. And today, as y'all can tell by the title, we got a special video today. But before we get into it, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe down below, join the movement. And without further ado, let's get into this topic. So how to deal with life without having your father in your life, right? This is a very interesting topic because, to be honest, I'm coming on here, y'all, and I don't even know the answer to this myself. I'm learning just like you guys, right? I actually looked up some tips on how to, go through life without a father, and what steps did you take. But a little background on me, right? So, my parents never married. I love my parents to death, right? I love my mom and my dad. So this is a quick disclaimer. There is no shade. There is none of that. I love my mom. I love my dad. But, there was a time period, growing up where, I always wanted them to be together. And I always wanted them to, I wanted us to be one big family. And that just wasn't the case for whatever reason. And as a kid, I'm seeing, my mom argue with my dad argue with my mom. And this created it created an imbalance. Sometimes I would side with my mom on some things, and sometimes I would side with my dad. And as I got older, what I'm saying, it was kind of and then eventually, there was a time in my life where I wasn't seeing my dad at all, because I had moved, right? I'm originally from Philly, but me and my mom, we moved. So there was a time point in my life where I wasn't seeing my dad at all. And, it sucked. At the time I didn't realize it. I thought, I was good just living with my mom. But I was definitely missing that masculine figure. I was definitely missing my father. And, sometimes I would go and see him, and sometimes I would go over. But when I would see him, he was always working. So I kind of built my relationship with my brother. So he was somebody that I looked up to and somebody I hung out with. But I never really had that true, genuine connection with my father. And it hurt, man. It hurt me a lot because, it just felt like I was neglected a lot as a kid. It felt like I didn't matter. It felt like I just wasn't good enough, right? And this showed up in different areas of my life that I didn't even realize. But I struggled with women. I didn't know what to say to a girl. I didn't know how to get a girl's attention. I struggled on the court. I didn't even play basketball. And I'm not trying to put all the blame and stuff, because most of it was my fault as well. Because even though something like this happened to me, it's still my responsibility to figure things out on my own, because I'm still a man at the end of the day. But I don't like putting blame on everything, so I'm not going to put the blame on everything. I'm not going to say I wasn't good at basketball because my father wasn't. But all I'm going to say is, my confidence was shot. I wasn't as confident. I couldn't make eye contact. I couldn't hold a conversation. I could come on here and make videos all day long, but when it came to the real world and it came to social skills and social awareness, I had zero. You get what I'm saying? I was like an incel, you know what I'm saying? And I use YouTube to cope with, those insecurities and those self-doubts that I had. And that's why you see the videos on there now, because really back then I was, seeking attention any type way I could, because I was neglecting, and I didn't have a lot of attention at home, right? So with that being said, and I don't blame anybody. I don't blame my mom. I don't blame my dad. My mom did so much for me. I'm so thankful for her. I have nothing but good things to say about my mom and my dad. I don't blame anybody. But it is something that I did experience, and I know the effects that it could have on a young man, and his confidence and his self-esteem and his self-worth. So I'm making this video to learn with you. to tell you that you're not alone. I'm going through this as well myself, and it's not easy, but you do gotta figure a lot of things out on your own, man. You do gotta figure a lot of things out on your own. I remember I had a girlfriend freshman year, right? And her tire, she got a flat tire, right? And it was funny because it was funny, but looking back at it, it's not really funny. It's more embarrassing. But looking back at it, she was actually fixing the flat tire, and I was watching her do it, right? And her dad had called, and her dad was like, "You don't know how to fix a tire?" I was like, "Nah, I just didn't know." But there's just certain little small things that in life that you kind of got to teach yourself, and you kind of just got to go through experiences, and you kind of just got to fail. It sucks, right? Like, nobody wants to fail. Everybody wants to have some sort of guidance, some sort of knowledge before you go into life. But unfortunately, I failed at a lot of things. I failed with women. I failed with businesses. I failed with being myself and being authentic. I failed with confidence. I failed at a lot of these things, man. And I don't look at it as failure, though. I look at it as an opportunity to grow. That's all it is. You can't look at it as a failure. You can't look at it as just look at it as you made a mistake, man. Because that's really all it is. Like, you can't beat yourself up about it. And I know people have worse experiences than I did, because look, at least I knew my father. At least I have a visual representation of what my father looks like. It might not have been the relationship that I wanted, but there still was some sort of a relationship. It just wasn't as strong, and it wasn't as effective as I wanted it to be. But there's some people out there that don't even meet their fathers. They don't even know what they look like, or their fathers is locked up, or their fathers was killed, or what I'm saying, and they never got a chance to even see what a father looks like, or so my condolences go out to those people. But just to get back on my story, but yeah, like, it hurt, man. It really hurt. And I would make rap songs when I was a kid. And I would throw a little shade in there, because I was hurt, man. And it really took me into last semester of college to really realize that this really affected me. This really affected my thoughts. It really affected my ability to function. It was many days where I was depressed, and I was so confused, like, why I was depressed. I'm in my last year of school. I shouldn't be depressed at all. I should be happy. I should be, a little worried, a little anxious, because you don't know what's going to happen after, because, they just, now you're getting thrown in the fire, right? But, I was feeling real anxious and feeling real just, I didn't matter. Like, I didn't belong here, right? And it's just certain things. I got all the validation that I needed from my mom, but I was always missing that validation from my dad. So I always tried to seek for it, and sometimes I never got it. Sometimes, and I'm not trying to bash him. None of this video is not to bash anybody, but I'm just keeping it real with y'all. And I want you guys to connect with me. I want you guys to relate. I want to build a safe space for y'all to be able to express yourselves, and know that you're not alone. Like, people go through this all the time. It's actually very common in society nowadays. Fathers being absent in the households. I don't know the exact percentages on it, but it is very common, right? But so yeah, just to get back to what I was saying, like, my father, he, sometimes I would be on the phone with him, and he would say, "I'll call you right back, son." And in the back of my head, I knew he wasn't calling back, right? I knew I wasn't getting a phone call back, and I just started getting used to being disappointed. I started getting used to, being upset. I'm like, he's not gonna call back. And then I kind of built up this resentment and this hatred towards my father, and that's not good. Like, you feel me? I realized that that's not good at all. So I don't want you guys to hate y'all fathers In fact, I want you to do the opposite. I want you to forgive your fathers. I want you to forgive your father. I want you to forgive your mother. I want you to forgive your aunt. I want you to forgive your cousin. And forgiveness, I had said this in an earlier video, forgiveness is not for the other person. It is for yourself. So, as I'm going through life, man, I'm just realizing it's important to just forgive yourself and, have positive self-talks with yourself, man. Like, you are worth it. You are supposed to be here. God don't make mistakes. You get what I'm saying? And, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers as well. So if you made it this far, man, I don't know how old you are, but I condemned you. I'm not condemned. I commend you. You feel me? I commend you for, your bravery, for, going through those silent battles that, not everybody sees. And then, people might just think that, you're weird or you're an outcast, but they never really know what's going on behind closed doors. And, you'll probably have issues with trusting people. And I know I did too. Like, I had real trust issues, right? From being told one thing and then something else happens. It's like, oh, okay, so nobody holds their word. Then you put that negative experience out on other people that haven't even had the chance to show you that they're trustworthy. And it's a lot of layers to it. I don't want to break down everything, but just know that it's a lot of layers to it, man, and a lot of psychological layers to it. And this is why I like psychology so much, because it's so interesting how, one thing like not having a father in your life can really impact your whole psyche, your whole mental, can really just, it can make or break you. And I'm here today to tell you, I don't want that to break you. I want you to keep going. I want you to know that, you're loved. You might not be loved by the person that, you want to be loved by, but I'm sure somebody in life loves you. And if nobody in life loves you, the man in the sky loves you. You get me? He loves everybody. He put his life on the line to forgive you of your sins. So, right, let's get into these notes right here, right? So I actually looked up, how to go through life father, because I wanted to learn myself, and I'm coming on this video today just to learn with you guys, man. Show you all that I don't know everything in life, and I always come on here. I always claim that, I'm going through this journey just like y'all. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm no different from y'all. I'm just recording my experience. I'm recording these moments, and it's kind of like a little documentary. We'll see where we go. Cause I already know we going up, so you feel me? It's nothing but blessings on the way, all 2025. So let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. But number one, it says to find role models. Now, finding role models, that can be pretty hard, especially if you don't know where to go. But you gotta find somebody. You gotta find, something that you're looking for, and you want to find positive role models. You don't want to have, negative role models. You don't want to look up to people that are, that are doing negative things. It could be anything. That I wouldn't say drinking and smoking, because, people can still be positive people and smoke and drink. So I wouldn't say that. Just look up the people that have the same morals and same values as you, or similar values to you. What I'm saying? Don't got to be the exact same, but similar, traits. Watch YouTube videos. The power of YouTube is insane. You can learn anything on YouTube. You can overcome anything on YouTube. There's so many self-help people on here. There's so many therapists. There's so many people that specialize in this field, right? And you might be able to find a mentor, or you might be able to find, somebody just based off YouTube, right? Just based off YouTube, man. So it's important to find role models. I'm still doing this myself. I'm trying to find figures in my life that can be role models. And, I actually recently, I spent the most time with my dad. Not too long ago, we watched the Eagles game, and that was probably the most fun I ever had. I'm gonna keep it a bean. That was probably the most fun I ever had. you know, spending time with my dad, and all we did was watch a football game and go out to dinner. And you know, that meant so much to me. And it's crazy, man, how that one experience just meant so much to me. That one experience took a long time to get here, but it happened, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful, man. So, going on to the next topic here, develop self-reliance, right? Develop self-reliance and develop self-confidence too. You know, like I said earlier, like your confidence is gonna be. My confidence was shot, man. My confidence was shot. I always felt like it was a piece of me that was missing, and I had this girl one time. She said to me, you know, something about you is missing. And you know, I often think a lot. Like I'm an overthinker, so I sat back and I realized, I'm like, what? She said, dang, like she said, Jordan, like you look good, but something about you is just missing, right? And it was that missing piece. It was that missing identity. It was that missing masculinity. It's that missing confidence. You get what I'm saying? That's what she noticed. And you know, women are very smart. Women are, you know, masters of emotions. You know, they can tell when something's up. They can tell when you faking. They can tell when you're not being real. They can tell when, you know, they can just tell. I don't know how they can tell, but they can just tell. Like they can tell when you cheating. They can tell when you lying. They can tell when you get me. I don't know how. It's just I guess it's just a gift, but or men are just bad at doing it and they're really good at doing it. But they can always sense, you know, when something's wrong and when something's up. So, hey man, going on to the next one here is process the emotions. Now, you gotta process these emotions. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be worried. Not too worried though, because you got God to lean on. But it's okay to feel that in the moment. It's okay to be you're not sure about something, or you know, you might be, I don't know, just I don't know, man. It's okay though for that emotion. Whatever emotion that you're feeling, it's okay. You know why it's okay? Because that's human. That humanizes you. You get what I'm saying? We all are humans. We all go through emotions. We all get mad. We all get sad. We all get happy. We all get nervous. We all get fearful. We all get worried. That's human nature. Like, you're gonna go through these emotions. So it's good to not suppress these emotions. Do not suppress them. Do not suppress them. And do not soak. You get what I'm saying? Do not soak neither. Do not sit in the bed all day. Do not play video games all day. Use those emotions and be productive. Use that emotion, that pain, that suffering, put it into a craft. Put it into music. Some of y'all like music. Put it into that. Some of y'all like drawing. Put it into that. Some of y'all play basketball. Put it into that. Some of y'all like speaking. Some of y'all like YouTube. Put it into that. So put this pain into a craft or into a skill, and I promise you it's going to pay off, because you're not wasting these painful moments, these painful experiences, because pain comes and goes in life, right? We don't want pain. Nobody wants to experience pain. Who wants to experience pain? You get what I'm saying? But when these moments do come, it's important to not soak. It's important to not just sit around, because this is a great opportunity to use that to your advantage. Use that anger. Use that sadness. Use that, you know, neglect. Use anything and put it into something. Anything that's positive. Nothing, you feel me? Nothing crazy. I don't want y'all going out here doing anything crazy or doing anything illegal. Y'all know what y'all doing, man. Y'all know right from wrong. I hope so. But yeah. Next one is use it as motivation, right? Use it as motivation. And I really started to do this myself. I'm like, okay, you know, maybe I will use this as motivation, you know, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I've been looking up this topic all week. I've been watching videos, I've been seeing all these different things because it really brought out an insecurity in me, man. Like, I was very insecure. You know, I wasn't confident in myself, and, you know, I don't put all the blame on that specifically, because I am, like I said in the beginning, I am a man at the end of the day. It's my responsibility to make myself secure. It's my responsibility to make myself confident. It's my responsibility to make myself happy. Nobody can do the work for me. Nobody's gonna do the work for you in anything in life. You feel me? That's something that I learned. Like, everything you do, it has to be earned. You get what I'm saying? It has to be earned. So use it as motivation. Use this pain, and that kind of ties into processing emotions, like I just said. Put it into something. Put it into a craft. Put it into a hobby. Put it into a skill. And see what happens, man. You never know. Something great might come out of it, man. You're already in pain. You're already suffering. So why not put it into something that's, you give me, that can reward you, that can benefit you in the long run. Why not? Next is to find a brotherhood. Now, talk to other men, man. Talk to other men. I'm actually doing this myself. I never realized in my life how much I needed a brotherhood, how much I needed to be around other men, because iron sharpens iron, right? And if you're around a bunch of like-minded individuals, then you'll be the next like-minded individual, right? You'll be able to uplift somebody. You'll be able to support somebody. You'll be able to be a leader and be that masculine figure and be who you are really meant to be, right? So find a brotherhood. I don't know where to specifically find a brotherhood, but we have social media nowadays. I'm sure it's not too hard to find a Discord chat. Some of these self-help guys, some of these, these popping self-help guys, the genuine ones, you get what I'm saying? They have Discords, they have communities that you can join. Some of them are paid, but some of them are free as well. They have these groups, these Discord chats, stuff like that, where you can join and you can talk to other people, you can talk to other men, and y'all can share these experiences together and grow together and realize that it's okay. You get what I'm saying? It's okay. You're going to be all right, man. You're going to be all right. And I'm not only just talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself as well. You get what I'm saying? So you're going to be okay. But 6, and we got one more after this. Video's getting long. I know you guys. If you stayed this whole video, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Forgiveness, man. And we kind of touched on this earlier. Forgiveness is not for the other person. It is for yourself. Remember that. And I actually forgave my father last semester. It took a couple years. It took my college experience to forgive my father for everything that happened, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. He's probably going through a lot of things in his life, and he's human. At the end of the day, he's human, right? And it's okay. It's okay, man. I'm okay. I'm doing good. It's been somewhat of a hindrance in my life, but I still went to college. I still, in pursuing education, I still had the chance to make YouTube videos. I still had the chance to get up every day, and still had the chance to work out. I still had the chance to do all these amazing things. Excuse me. Whew. For y'all, it's getting late. I'm going to sleep soon. Probably after this video. But yeah, man, forgive your father. Forgive. Forgiveness is so tough. And forgiveness is so tough, man. It's actually really hard to forgive somebody. But you gotta do it. You gotta do it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. It has to be done, right? And unfortunately, it's hard, but it has to be done. So last but not least, be a role model, right? Be a role model. Be the person that you were always meant to be. Be better. Really, just be better. You know what I'm saying? Don't let your circumstances in life determine who you are going to end up, right? Go past that, man. We past that. We beyond that. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't get the guidance. I didn't get the, advice. I didn't get the talks. I didn't get the experiences with my dad that I wanted. But You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be my role model. I'm gonna be my role model for when I have a kid, when I have a son. You get what I'm saying? He looks up to me, and he's like, I want to be just like him when I grow up. And he goes out and he does great things in this world. He does great things. You know why? Because he looked up to me. And you know how I got there? I had to look up to a whole bunch of different people. I had to get a whole bunch of different people, but the work is possible. It's just work. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. You just gotta put the work in. You gotta seek help too. You can't just, you know, as black people, you know, we always feel like we can do things on our own. We're Superman, you know what I'm saying? We can take on the world by ourselves. No, you can't. No, you can't, man. No, you cannot. And I advise you not to try it, because there's only two things that's gonna come out of that, man. And you don't want those two things that come out of it, right? Only two things, man. It's pain and more pain. You get what I'm saying? When you try to do things by yourself, you get me? You wasn't supposed to do things by yourself in this world. That's why God created women, because He knew that the man would need a woman to be able to go far and go places in life. That's why you have other friends. That's why friendships exist. Because He knew you couldn't do things alone. He knew humans are not even supposed to be alone. We're not supposed to be alone. We're supposed to be social creatures, social animals. But, you know, oftentimes, you know, we can find ourselves alone, you know, and I can speak for myself. I'm introverted. You know, I come here and make videos and stuff. You feel me? And, you know, I'd rather do something like this than go to a social outing. But put yourself out there more, is what I'm saying. Put yourself out there more. That'll build your confidence. Another thing that helped me was just trying different things, you know, seeing what sticks. Boxing helped me. Boxing. I'm still doing boxing as well. That's something you could try. I recommend that. Working out relieves so much stress, man, and you just put it all into the workout, man. You put all that anger, put all that motivation, put all that doubt, self-doubt, anything that happened to you throughout the week, put that in a workout, man. Promise you, your body gets stronger, you get shredded, you feel me? And then you look in the mirror, all your pain goes away because it's in your body, it's on your body. You build muscles. But yeah, this was a longer video, y'all, so if you guys stay to the end, I appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe down below, join the movement, and I'm gonna see you on the next one, man. Peace.